Have you ever felt trapped in a whirlwind of your own thoughts? Like no matter how hard you try, the stress, the negativity, and the doubts keep creeping back in? What if I told you there's a way to not just quiet those chaotic voices, but to completely transform them? A way to unlock a peaceful, powerful mindset and take back control of your life? Where we dive deep into life-changing wisdom and practical tools to help you thrive. In today's video, we're uncovering 7 transformative lessons from Buddhist philosophy that can instantly help you eliminate negative thoughts and create a life filled with clarity and resilience. But here's the twist: it's not just about theory. Together, we'll explore actionable steps you can take today, real-life stories that resonate with your struggles, and insights that will shift the way you approach your everyday challenges. Imagine waking up every morning feeling calm, focused, and ready to face anything life throws at you. That's the journey we're about to embark on. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to master your thoughts, harness the power of visualization, and build a mindset that not only survives but thrives in the face of adversity. But before we dive in, let me ask you for something small that means the world to us creators. Hit that like button if you're ready to take charge of your mental well-being. And make sure to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content that empowers your mind and soul. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. And hey, if you know someone who could use a little clarity in their life, share this video with them. It might just be the turning point they need. Now, let's get started. Ready? Let's transform negativity into peace, one lesson at a time. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that the mind is both a powerful tool and a potential trap. In our fast-paced, modern world, negative thoughts often creep into our daily lives, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and uncertain. These thoughts can arise from fear of the unknown, dissatisfaction with our circumstances, or even simply the chaos of daily routines. Yet, within the teachings of Buddhism lies a profound truth. We can control our minds, steer our thoughts, and cultivate a sense of inner peace that transcends external chaos. This is not an abstract idea, but a practical approach to reshaping how we think, feel, and live. The first step to eliminating negative thoughts is to recognize their power. Imagine your mind as a fertile garden. Whatever you plant, whether weeds or flowers, will grow. This metaphor underscores the importance of being intentional about our thoughts. By choosing positivity and mindfulness, we nourish our minds with the equivalent of sunlight and water, fostering a mental environment where negativity cannot thrive. This principle aligns with the Buddhist practice of meditation, which serves as a tool for observing and redirecting our thoughts. For example, if you find yourself consumed by self-doubt during a challenging work project, a brief moment of mindfulness can help you pause, recognize the negative thought, and replace it with a more empowering one, such as, "I am capable, and I can learn from this experience." Visualization is another transformative technique. It involves using the power of imagination to create a mental picture of the life you want to lead. This practice isn't about escaping reality. It's about training your mind to focus on positive outcomes. Athletes, for instance, often visualize their success before a competition, imagining every step of their performance in vivid detail. Similarly, you can apply this technique to your own life. Picture yourself overcoming challenges, achieving your goals, and thriving in difficult situations. The more specific and sensory-rich your visualization, the more your subconscious mind will absorb and act upon these positive images. For example, if you're nervous about a public presentation, spend time visualizing yourself speaking confidently, engaging your audience, and receiving warm applause. Over time, this practice rewires your brain, making positivity a natural habit. In Buddhism, the concept of a radical mind diet emphasizes the importance of consuming positive mental inputs. Just as our bodies thrive on nutritious food, our minds flourish when fed with uplifting and inspiring content. Consider the impact of constant exposure to negative news or toxic social media feeds. These inputs can subtly shape our worldview, making us more prone to anxiety and pessimism. Instead, consciously curate what you consume. Swap fear-driven news stories for motivational podcasts. Replace gossip with conversations about personal growth. and engage with books or videos that challenge you to think deeply. A practical example might be setting aside time each morning to read an inspiring quote or listen to a calming meditation track. Over time, this diet will not only reduce negativity but also help you cultivate a mindset of resilience and hope. Emotional alchemy is another cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom, teaching us how to transform negative emotions into opportunities for growth, rather than suppressing feelings of anger, sadness, or frustration. Acknowledge them without judgment. This practice is akin to holding a mirror to your emotions, allowing you to see them for what they are: temporary states that do not define you. For instance, if a colleague's criticism stirs anger within you, pause to reflect on why you feel this way. Perhaps the criticism touched on an area of insecurity. Instead of reacting defensively, channel that energy into self-improvement, such as refining your skills or seeking constructive feedback. This approach not only diffuses the negative emotion, but also turns it into a catalyst for personal development. Gratitude is another transformative practice deeply rooted in Buddhism. It involves shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of contentment and abundance. Scientific studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can rewire the brain, strengthening neural pathways associated with positive emotions. Begin by reflecting on 3 things you are grateful for each day, no matter how small they may seem. It could be the warmth of your morning coffee, the kindness of a friend, or even the beauty of a clear blue sky. Writing these moments down in a journal can deepen the practice, serving as a tangible reminder of life's blessings. On particularly challenging days, when finding gratitude feels difficult, lean into the Buddhist perspective that even hardships are valuable lessons. For example, a stressful day at work might teach patience, resilience, or problem-solving skills. The concept of cultivating an energy ecosystem speaks to the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences. Everything in our environment, people, places, and even objects carries energy that impacts our mental and emotional state. Start by evaluating your surroundings. Is your workspace cluttered, making it hard to concentrate? Do certain relationships drain your energy? Take deliberate steps to create a supportive environment. Declutter and organize your spaces to promote peace and clarity. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and set boundaries with those who bring negativity. Even small changes, like adding a plant to your desk or listening to calming music, can make a significant difference. In Buddhism, spending time in nature is also seen as a powerful way to restore balance and recharge. A walk in the park, listening to the rustle of leaves, or simply breathing in fresh air can ground you and reconnect you with the rhythms of life. Radical acceptance is perhaps one of the most profound lessons Buddhism offers. It involves embracing life exactly as it is, without resistance or judgment. This principle is not about passivity, but about letting go of the need to control what cannot be controlled. For instance, if you face an unexpected setback, such as a missed opportunity or a strained relationship, resisting the reality of the situation only intensifies your suffering. Instead, acknowledge the situation for what it is and focus on what you can control, your response. This practice is deeply freeing, as it allows you to move forward without the emotional burden of resistance. A practical way to begin is to reflect on a current challenge in your life and ask yourself, what am I resisting? By releasing that resistance, you create space for clarity and peace. Incorporating these practices into your daily life requires commitment, but the rewards are immense. Each step, whether it's pausing to redirect a negative thought, practicing gratitude, or accepting life's uncertainties, builds on the last. Over time, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. Challenges that once felt insurmountable will become opportunities for growth, and negativity will lose its grip on your mind. The teachings of Buddhism remind us that peace is not something we find. It is something we create. Through intentional practice, you can transform your inner world, cultivating a life of clarity, resilience, and joy. In exploring the 7 transformative lessons inspired by Buddhist philosophy, we uncover practical insights that transcend religious doctrine and become universally applicable tools for self-improvement and mental clarity. These lessons are deeply rooted in the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and intentionality, offering pathways to overcome negativity and unlock personal freedom. The first lesson emphasizes mastering one's thoughts. Buddhism teaches that the mind is the root of all experiences. It is not the external world, but our interpretation of it that shapes our reality. This concept is vividly illustrated through the story of the two arrows. The Buddha explained that when life presents a painful experience, it is like being struck by an arrow. However, the mental anguish we impose on ourselves through rumination or resistance is akin to being struck by a second arrow. By mastering our thoughts, we can avoid this self-inflicted suffering. Imagine being stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated. While the external situation is beyond your control, the frustration is optional. Instead of spiraling into negativity, a moment of mindfulness allows you to shift focus, perhaps using the time to listen to an inspiring podcast or practice gratitude for the safety of your journey. This redirection transforms a mundane inconvenience into an opportunity for growth. Visualization. The second lesson is a practice that combines focus and imagination to shape a positive mindset. In Buddhist tradition, visualization is often used in meditation to connect with enlightened qualities. Imagining oneself embodying compassion, wisdom, or equanimity. This practice is not confined to spiritual aspirations, but extends to everyday life. For example, consider how athletes prepare mentally for competitions. By visualizing themselves crossing the finish line or executing a perfect performance, they prime their minds for success. Similarly, in our daily lives, visualization can help us tackle challenges with confidence. If you're nervous about an important meeting, spend a few minutes picturing yourself speaking clearly and confidently, seeing your audience engaged and responsive. Over time, this habit strengthens the neural pathways associated with success, making it a self-fulfilling prophecy. The radical mind diet, the third lesson, highlights the importance of consuming positive mental inputs. Our minds are influenced by what we expose them to, much like our bodies respond to the food we eat. In the modern digital age, this lesson is especially critical. Constant exposure to sensationalized news, divisive social media, or toxic conversations can create a mental environment rife with negativity. Buddhism encourages us to be mindful of our mental intake, curating content that nurtures wisdom, compassion, and clarity. For example, instead of doom scrolling through negative headlines, you might choose to read an article on personal development or listen to a podcast about overcoming adversity. Imagine starting your day with an uplifting book rather than an avalanche of notifications. This intentional choice creates a mental space that fosters creativity and resilience, transforming your overall perspective on life. Emotional alchemy. The fourth lesson is the art of transforming negative emotions into tools for growth. Buddhism teaches that emotions are neither good nor bad. They are simply energy that arises in response to life's events. The key lies in how we channel this energy. Take, for instance, a situation where someone criticizes your work. The initial surge of anger or defensiveness is natural, but instead of suppressing these feelings, emotional alchemy invites you to explore them. What does the criticism reveal about your insecurities or blind spots? Perhaps it highlights areas for improvement or reminds you to establish healthier boundaries. By acknowledging the emotion and redirecting its energy, you turn a potentially damaging experience into a constructive one. This practice is akin to turning lead into gold, not by rejecting the lead, but by recognizing its potential. Gratitude. The fifth lesson is a transformative practice that reorients the mind toward positivity. In Buddhist philosophy, gratitude is closely linked to the concept of interdependence, the understanding that our lives are supported by countless beings and conditions. Consider the simple act of enjoying a meal. Behind it lies the effort of farmers, truck drivers, grocery store workers, and even the sun and rain. Reflecting on this interconnectedness deepens our appreciation for life's blessings. Practically, gratitude can be cultivated through daily reflection. A gratitude journal, for example, allows you to document moments of joy or kindness, reinforcing your brain's focus on positive experiences. On difficult days, when gratitude feels elusive. The Buddhist teaching of seeing challenges as opportunities for growth becomes especially valuable. For instance, losing a job might initially feel devastating, but it can also become a chance to explore new passions or career paths. Cultivating your energy ecosystem. The sixth lesson underscores the impact of your surroundings and relationships on your mental state. Buddhism teaches that everything carries energy, and the environments we inhabit profoundly affect our minds. Think of a cluttered room versus a serene Zen garden. The former breeds stress, while the latter promotes peace. Begin by decluttering your physical space, creating an atmosphere that supports mindfulness and focus. Extend this practice to your social environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire, uplift, and challenge you positively. For instance, joining a community of like-minded individuals such as a meditation group or a book club can reinforce your commitment to personal growth. Additionally, spending time in nature, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, rejuvenates the spirit. A simple walk in the park, feeling the breeze, or listening to birdsong reconnects you with the natural rhythms of life, grounding and energizing you. Radical acceptance. The seventh lesson offers a profound way to navigate life's uncertainties. Buddhism emphasizes the impermanence of all things, teaching that resistance to reality is the root of suffering. Radical acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging life as it is, without denial or judgment. Imagine a difficult breakup. The pain of the experience is unavoidable, but clinging to the idea of how things should have been only prolongs suffering. By accepting the situation, you open yourself to healing and growth. This principle can also be applied to minor frustrations, such as a delayed flight. Instead of stewing in irritation, use the time to read, meditate, or simply observe your surroundings. Acceptance liberates your mind from unnecessary struggle, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Together, these 7 lessons form a holistic approach to mental well-being. They are not quick fixes but practices that, when consistently applied, create lasting change. Through mastering thoughts, visualizing success, curating a radical mind diet, transforming emotions, practicing gratitude, cultivating positive energy, and embracing radical acceptance, you can reshape your relationship with your mind. Each lesson builds on the others, offering a comprehensive toolkit for navigating life's challenges with clarity and resilience. By integrating these teachings into daily life, you begin to experience the freedom and peace that come from living with intention and mindfulness. In life, stories have a unique way of resonating with us. They illuminate complex ideas, making them tangible and relatable. Buddhism, with its rich tradition of parables and teachings, provides timeless wisdom that remains relevant even in our modern world. To understand the lessons of Buddhism more deeply, it helps to explore them through both ancient tales and contemporary examples that reflect the struggles and triumphs of everyday life. One of the most well-known Buddhist allegories is the parable of the mustard seed. In this story, a grieving mother named Kisa Gautami approaches the Buddha, distraught over the death of her only child. She begs him to bring her child back to life. The Buddha, understanding her pain, offers her a solution. He instructs her to collect a mustard seed from a household that has not experienced death. Eagerly, Kisa sets out on her quest. However, as she visits each home, she discovers that every family has faced loss in some form. Slowly, the realization dawns upon her. Suffering and death are universal experiences. Through this journey, she learns to accept the impermanence of life and finds peace in her grief. This story is a powerful metaphor for how we often isolate ourselves in our pain, believing that our struggles are unique. In reality, suffering is a thread that connects all of humanity. A modern parallel to Kisa's story could be a person struggling with the loss of a job. Initially, the loss feels deeply personal, like a unique failure, but as they connect with others' friends, colleagues, or support groups, they realize many have faced similar setbacks and emerged stronger. This shared experience fosters resilience and a sense of community. Another illustrative story from Buddhist tradition is the tale of the 2 monks and the woman. 2 monks, one older and one younger, are traveling together when they come across a woman unable to cross a river. The older monk lifts her onto his back, carries her across, and sets her down on the other side. The younger monk, disturbed by this act since monks are not supposed to touch women, remains silent for miles. Finally, he bursts out, "How could you carry that woman?" The older monk replies calmly, "I set her down at the river. Why are you still carrying her?" This story speaks to the Buddhist principle of letting go. The younger monk's mental burden is a reflection of how we often cling to grudges, regrets, or judgments, allowing them to weigh us down long after the event has passed. In a modern context, imagine someone replaying an embarrassing moment from a work meeting over and over in their mind. While the moment itself lasted only a few seconds, the person's mental attachment to it can persist for days, draining energy and focus. The lesson here is clear. Letting go of what no longer serves us is an act of self-liberation. Buddhist teachings also address stress management, a pressing issue in urban life. Take the example of mindfulness, which has its roots in Buddhist meditation. In the bustling city, where constant notifications, deadlines, and noise create a chaotic environment, mindfulness offers a reprieve. Imagine a corporate worker juggling multiple projects, feeling overwhelmed by the relentless pace of work. By incorporating a few minutes of mindfulness practice, perhaps through deep breathing or focusing on the sensations of drinking a warm cup of tea, they can anchor themselves in the present moment, reducing stress and regaining clarity. This idea parallels the story of a student who asked a Zen master, "How do I find peace?" The master replied, "When eating, just eat. When walking, just walk. When working, just work." At first, this answer seems simplistic, but it underscores the essence of mindfulness, immersing oneself fully in the present activity without distraction. In our technology-driven world, this advice is more relevant than ever, encouraging us to step away from multitasking and embrace single-minded focus. Another story that resonates with modern audiences is the concept of turning adversity into opportunity. In Buddhist teachings, obstacles are often seen as teachers. A well-known example is the story of the lotus flower, which blooms beautifully even in muddy waters. The lotus symbolizes resilience and the ability to rise above challenges. Consider someone facing a career setback, such as being overlooked for a promotion. Instead of succumbing to disappointment, they could view this as a chance to reassess their skills, seek feedback, and grow professionally. Much like the lotus, which draws strength from its environment, they transform their circumstances into an opportunity for self-improvement. An everyday example of this principle can be seen in athletes who overcome injuries. A basketball player sidelined by a knee injury might use the recovery period to develop other aspects of their game, such as mental toughness or strategic thinking. When they return to the court, they often emerge stronger, having turned adversity into a stepping stone for growth. The principle of interconnectedness is another cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, often illustrated through stories of kindness and compassion. One modern example is the ripple effect of small acts of kindness. Imagine a commuter who, despite their own stress, chooses to smile at a stranger or offer their seat on a crowded train. That simple act can brighten the recipient's day, who might then pass on the kindness to someone else. This chain reaction reflects the Buddhist teaching that our actions, however small, have far-reaching consequences. A related story from Buddhist tradition is the tale of the Bodhisattva, who delays their own enlightenment to help others achieve liberation. This selflessness is a reminder of the power of compassion in creating a better world. In today's context, consider volunteers who dedicate their time to feeding the homeless or mentoring at-risk youth. Their actions embody the Bodhisattva spirit, showing that even in a world filled with challenges, compassion can be a guiding light. One final story worth reflecting on is that of acceptance and impermanence, captured beautifully in the phrase, "This too shall pass." A Buddhist king once sought wisdom to guide him through life's ups and downs. His advisors inscribed these words on a ring, reminding him that both joy and sorrow are fleeting. In modern times, this wisdom can be a source of solace during difficult moments. For instance, someone going through a painful breakup might find comfort in remembering that emotions, like seasons, are transient, just as winter gives way to spring. Sadness will eventually make room for happiness. These stories, whether drawn from ancient scriptures or modern life, illustrate the timeless relevance of Buddhist teachings. They remind us that life's challenges are not insurmountable obstacles, but opportunities for growth, compassion, and wisdom. By internalizing these lessons and applying them to our daily lives, we can navigate the complexities of modern existence with grace, resilience, and a deeper sense of purpose. Practical exercises rooted in Buddhist philosophy offer tangible methods to cultivate mindfulness, positivity, and resilience in daily life. These techniques are not abstract or theoretical, but actionable practices anyone can implement, regardless of their background or experience. By incorporating these exercises into your routine, you can create a mental environment that fosters clarity and peace while reducing negativity. One of the most accessible practices is mindful breathing. This exercise requires nothing more than a quiet moment and your attention. To begin, sit comfortably and close your eyes if it feels natural. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath for a count of 4. And exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this cycle for a few minutes. The simple act of focusing on your breath anchors you to the present moment, calming the mind and reducing stress. For instance, if you're feeling overwhelmed at work, take a brief pause to practice this technique. You'll likely find that your thoughts feel more organized, and your ability to tackle tasks improves. Another transformative exercise is gratitude journaling, a practice that rewires the brain to focus on positivity. Set aside a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as simple as a pleasant conversation, a delicious meal, or even the warmth of the sun. Be specific and detailed. For example, instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my friend," note, "I'm grateful for the way my friend listened to me patiently today." This specificity strengthens the impact of the exercise, helping you relive those moments with clarity. On challenging days, when gratitude feels hard to muster, try reflecting on the lessons hidden in difficulties. For example, a missed deadline might teach you about time management or the importance of asking for help. Over time, gratitude journaling not only boosts your mood, but also builds resilience. Visualization is another powerful technique drawn from Buddhist and modern mindfulness practices. Close your eyes and imagine yourself succeeding in a specific goal. Let's say you're preparing for a job interview. Picture yourself walking confidently into the room, answering questions clearly, and leaving with a sense of accomplishment. Engage all your senses in the visualization. Hear the sound of your voice. See the interviewer's nods of approval, and feel the firm handshake at the end. The more vividly you imagine the scene, the more your mind prepares itself for the real experience. Visualization is not just about imagining success. It's about training your brain to navigate challenges with confidence. Daily affirmations are another simple yet impactful exercise. Write down a positive statement that resonates with your goals, such as, "I am capable of handling anything that comes my way," and repeat it to yourself each morning. You can say it aloud while looking in the mirror or write it repeatedly in a notebook. Over time, these affirmations shift your internal dialogue, replacing self-doubt with self-assurance. For example, if you struggle with public speaking, affirmations like, "I communicate clearly and confidently," can help you approach presentations with a more positive mindset. Walking meditation offers a dynamic way to practice mindfulness while engaging the body. Find a quiet space where you can walk slowly and without distraction, such as a park or even your living room. Focus on each step, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the movement of your legs, and the rhythm of your breath. Let your mind rest in the sensation of walking, observing thoughts as they arise without judgment. Walking meditation is particularly effective for those who find seated meditation challenging. It transforms a routine activity into a mindful practice, providing a refreshing break during a busy day. Practicing acts of kindness is another practical way to embody Buddhist principles in daily life. These acts don't have to be grand. Small gestures often have the most profound impact. Offer a compliment to a colleague, hold the door open for someone, or send a thoughtful text to a friend. Each act of kindness not only uplifts others, but also reinforces your own sense of connection and compassion. Research shows that kindness triggers the release of endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals, creating a positive feedback loop that benefits both the giver and receiver. For emotional regulation, try the RAIN method: recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. When faced with a strong emotion like anger or sadness, pause to recognize what you're feeling. Then, allow the emotion to exist without trying to suppress or fix it. Next, investigate the emotion's source. Ask yourself, what triggered this feeling? What does it tell me about my needs or boundaries? Finally, nurture yourself with compassion. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend, offering understanding and kindness. For instance, if you're upset about a mistake at work, the RAIN method helps you process the emotion constructively, rather than spiraling into self-criticism. Body scan meditation is a deeply relaxing exercise that fosters a connection between the mind and body. Lie down in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Starting at the top of your head, bring your attention to each part of your body, moving slowly down to your toes. Notice any tension, discomfort, or sensations, and breathe into those areas. For example, if you feel tightness in your shoulders, imagine each breath softening the tension. This practice is particularly helpful for releasing stress at the end of a long day, promoting better sleep and overall relaxation. For those seeking to cultivate a sense of purpose, try the Ikigai exercise, inspired by the Japanese concept of finding meaning in life. Draw 4 overlapping circles labeled what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Reflect on activities or pursuits that fit into these categories, especially where they intersect. For example, if you love teaching, are skilled at explaining concepts, and see a need for better education, you might explore a career in tutoring or instructional design. This exercise helps clarify your values and align your actions with your purpose, fostering a sense of fulfillment. Journaling for self-reflection is another powerful tool. At the end of each day, spend a few minutes writing about your experiences, challenges, and insights. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn today? Or how did I respond to challenges? And what could I do differently? Journaling provides a space to process emotions, track progress, and identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. For instance, you might notice that stressful mornings often stem from skipping breakfast or checking emails too early, prompting you to adjust your habits for a smoother start to the day. Finally, consider integrating a mindful technology practice into your routine. Set specific times for checking emails or social media, and take breaks from screens throughout the day. Use features like Do Not Disturb mode to create uninterrupted periods for focus or relaxation. For example, you might designate the first hour of your morning as a tech-free zone, using the time instead for meditation, exercise, or reading. This intentional approach to technology helps reduce distractions, improve focus, and create a healthier relationship with digital devices. These practical exercises, though simple, have profound effects when practiced consistently. They offer pathways to greater self-awareness, emotional balance, and inner peace, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. By weaving these practices into your daily routine, you create a foundation for lasting well-being and personal growth. The wisdom embedded in these transformative practices offers not just tools for personal growth, but a pathway toward a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Each lesson we've explored, from mastering thoughts to practicing gratitude, visualizing success, and embracing radical acceptance, builds upon universal truths that resonate across cultures and time. These teachings remind us that, while we cannot control external circumstances, we hold the power to shape our inner worlds. At the heart of these insights is the understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. By cultivating mindfulness and redirecting negative thinking, we can train our minds to focus on opportunities rather than obstacles. For instance, the simple act of pausing to breathe deeply during moments of stress can create a space where clarity replaces chaos. Similarly, the practice of gratitude teaches us to shift our attention away from what we lack and instead celebrate the abundance already present in our lives. This reframing doesn't just brighten our outlook. It rewires our brains to naturally seek positivity, even in challenging circumstances. Visualization further reinforces the idea that intention matters. By vividly imagining ourselves succeeding in our endeavors, we prepare our minds to navigate obstacles with confidence and resilience. This practice mirrors the experiences of countless individuals who have visualized their goals into reality. Whether it's an athlete preparing for a competition or a professional envisioning a successful presentation, it is a powerful reminder that our minds are not passive observers, but active participants in shaping our journeys. The concept of emotional alchemy transforms the way we perceive and process our feelings. Instead of viewing emotions like anger or sadness as weaknesses, we can see them as opportunities for growth. Recognizing and channeling these emotions into constructive actions not only helps us navigate difficulties, but also strengthens our emotional resilience. Consider someone who turns frustration at work into motivation to improve processes or learn new skills. This shift in perspective demonstrates that emotions, when embraced and understood, can become allies rather than adversaries. Another profound insight lies in the importance of curating our mental and emotional environments. Just as we are intentional about the food we consume to nourish our bodies, we must also be mindful of what we expose our minds to. A diet of positive influences, uplifting conversations, inspiring media, and enriching experiences creates a foundation for mental clarity and peace. This approach extends to our physical and social environments as well, reminding us to surround ourselves with spaces and relationships that uplift and energize us. Perhaps the most transformative lesson is radical acceptance. Life is unpredictable, and not all circumstances are within our control. However, by accepting reality as it is, without resistance or judgment, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. This doesn't mean resigning ourselves to unfavorable situations, but recognizing what we can and cannot change. It's a practice of focusing our energy on constructive responses rather than futile resistance. In doing so, we discover a profound sense of peace and clarity. As these practices are integrated into daily life, their cumulative effects become evident. The mind becomes more attuned to joy, less reactive to challenges, and increasingly resilient in the face of adversity. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose and calm, knowing that you have the tools to navigate whatever comes your way. These teachings, though rooted in ancient wisdom, remain profoundly relevant in our modern world, offering guidance for those seeking balance amid the complexities of daily life. The true power of these practices lies in their accessibility. They don't require special resources or expertise, only a willingness to begin. Whether it's spending a few minutes each morning in meditation, jotting down moments of gratitude, or simply pausing to breathe, these small acts have the potential to create lasting change. Over time, these habits weave together to form a life imbued with mindfulness, compassion, and resilience. As you reflect on these lessons, consider how they might fit into your own life. What resonates with you most? Which practice feels like a natural starting point? Share your thoughts and experiences, as your journey could inspire others. The beauty of this process lies in its communal nature, each of us learning and growing together. These teachings are an invitation to step into a more mindful way of living. By embracing them, you open the door to greater clarity, deeper connections, and a stronger sense of purpose. Every moment offers an opportunity to reset, to refocus, and to realign with the life you wish to create. It begins with a single step and intention to be present, to be grateful, and to grow. In doing so, you not only transform your own life, but contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious world. And just like that, we've reached the end of our journey through these 7 transformative lessons. Let's take a moment to reflect. Imagine yourself implementing these practices, pausing to breathe when negativity strikes, jotting down moments of gratitude, or even visualizing your dreams with clarity and confidence. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're tools you can use every single day to rewrite your story, no matter how chaotic or overwhelming life may seem. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that peace isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you create, moment by moment, with intention and mindfulness. By integrating these lessons into your life, you're not just calming your mind, you're empowering yourself to face challenges with resilience, to nurture positivity, and to find joy in even the simplest moments. So, what's next? Take one lesson from today's video that resonated with you most and start applying it right away. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your journey might just inspire someone else to take their first step. And if there's a particular topic you'd like us to explore, let us know. This channel is a community, and your voice matters. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it. It's a simple way to support us in creating more content like this. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you're always the first to know when we share new insights and strategies. Most importantly, if you know someone who could benefit from this wisdom, share this video with them. You never know how one small act of sharing could transform someone's life. Thank you for being here and for taking this step toward a clearer, calmer, and more empowered life. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to reset, to refocus, and to grow. Until next time, stay mindful, stay present, and keep embracing the journey. See you in the next video.